Okay. I am playing a gauntlet with Aatrox today.
Is the greatest lie of all.
Whoop, whoop, woo, woo. Anyways, I'm gonna go top lane, and oh, it's purple. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense since it's purple now. The icon was purple.
I am as timeless as
So it
war.
matches, I guess, but anyways, what I was gonna say is I decided to play Aatrox in this gauntlet because
I know what lurks
he
in the
has some
hearts
pretty
of
good
men.
5v5 potential. But seeing as though gauntlets are 2v5, I feel that
True warriors
if it comes
are
down to
born
a
in blood.
humongous duel, he could handle himself. So long as trusty boy Shen here
Surpass
saves my
the
ass.
frailty of your form.
Which he does. Shenbot is actually probably one of the best bots out there. So, in any case, this game is definitely going to the late game. So,
fury.
that part of it is also very important, since Aatrox has immense scaling in the late game. Health, lifesteal,
They will greet you
AD,
as heroes.
attack speed, armor, and magic resistance. It's just tremendous. Probably the only thing he doesn't have is utility.
War reveals what is within us.
So, I'll probably hold off on farming. Because you might be wondering, why am I in a 2v1
Pain
scenario?
is temporary.
Well,
Victory is forever.
one, bots are very, very ballsy. Like, ballsy as fuck.
Violence
So,
is elegance.
if you bait them long enough, you can get some turret shots or even make them waste a metric ton of their mana.
Hesitation is death.
As you see, Rise is actually just 1/3 of his mana now. And also, when you're in a really tough situation, this emulates the fact that you're not always going to be able to safely farm.
War reveals
And
what
you
is
need to know how to deal with failure. You know? You're not always going to win it all. And this is good practice for that.
Fight or be forgotten.
That's what gauntlets are for, after all. I mean, you could be just mauling the shit out of mid lane, but by holding off the top lane, you guarantee the longest time
fury.
where a turret isn't lost. And anyways, because you're in a 1v2 scenario, you will eventually outlevel the enemies. Simply due to the fact that you're gaining all the experience. Albeit that if you don't ever like harass them outside of the lane, like out of the lane, it's gonna be troublesome because even though they do get less experience individually, they get more experience as a whole. So, once I'm level 6, I'm probably gonna start diving them. But for now, I'll be maxing my W, since once I reach level 6, I'll be jumping in and slapping them for an all-in duel.
Pain is temporary. Victory is forever.
As you might have noticed, I'm not trying to push like with my E as much, because if I do, I wouldn't be able to farm at all. Because this is what you call a freeze. Thing is though, bots are pretty bad at freezing.
Peace is the greatest lie of all.
So, it means that if you wait long enough, bam, you can get your farm that you long awaited.
True warriors are born in blood.
And I try to farm with my E as much as possible, course, it's pretty rough not putting points in
Surpass
E,
the frailty of your form.
but it'll be a good investment for once I reach level 6.
War reveals what is within us. Let fear become fury.
Should be a good little over 300 experience.
Peace is the greatest lie of all.
Derped on my E right there. And I could have gotten that CS too.
I
Oh
know
well.
what lurks in the hearts
It is what
of
it is.
men. They will greet you as heroes.
And time for my all-in duel.
Behold.
I'll switch to health. Get a little farther in.
Against the dying of the light.
I'm gonna need to start. I'll use my potion.
Teach them to fear.
I'm holding the
us.
tilde key, by the way. And what that does is it prevents me from attacking the minions. Which is very important when you do a dive like that
True
in the middle of
warriors
minions.
are
So whenever you
born
want to
in
like do a
blood.
man dive on just a whole bunch of people, and even though it's pretty bad idea to jump in on a group of minions,
Violence is
when you out level
elegance.
the enemies, it doesn't matter. But when you do, you want to hold the tilde key so you don't accidentally hit a minion.
Victory
And that's
closer.
very good because a lot of people like have trouble like they get a last hit. Well, they don't get the last hit, but they
I
want
am
to
as
get
timeless as war.
that kill on the enemy, but for some reason, bam, they hit a minion. Why is that? Well, it's because they were too excited
Surpass the
and
frailty of your form.
they didn't hit the right person when they right clicked. To prevent that, all you gotta do is hold the
There
tilde
will
key.
be no
I mean, if it's there,
retreat.
why not use it, right? Another reason why I played Aatrox is that he is pretty safe.
Hesitation
As you
is
saw,
death.
that was a pretty bad mistake. I shouldn't have gotten into that turret, especially after a knockup. But,
Pain is temporary.
fortunately, Aatrox is pretty
Victory
forgiving.
is forever. Hesitation is death.
I would have played someone like Master Yi, but he's not that forgiving.
Now
I mean,
we
if you
turn the
don't time
tide.
your your meditate properly and your alpha strike, you can just totally fuck up, and that's no good. You do not want to fuck up
Violence is elegance.
like that. Okay, admittedly, one mistake. I had 2.3k gold. When you're in a gauntlet like this and you're falling very far behind, you definitely want to get your items. Now, I admittedly should have gotten my items before I decided to go mandingo on their ass. But because I didn't, I paid the price. So,
Peace is the greatest lie of all.
what I will do to redeem myself is I will probably destroy all these minions and then I'll do a dive, because the best time to do a dive
The
is
seeds
right
of
after a
strife.
minion wave is obliterated.
Witness truth.
Unfortunately, Aatrox is pretty strong when he uses his ultimate. Now this is stutter step. Why that's useful is because,
Or
like what
reveals
I did
what
right
is
there,
within us.
was basically every single time I attacked, I just walked a little bit forward and attacked them again. Now you probably know what stutter stepping is, but it's very
Pain
important to
is
do this on melee
temporary.
champions in particular,
Victory is
because
forever.
melee champions have ridiculously low attack ranges, and that
They
can
will
dictate
greet
whether or
you
not
as heroes.
you either kill someone or bring them just down to half health, and
I
you don't
know
want to
what
like have that
lurks in the
big of a
hearts of
difference
men.
for no reason.
I am as
Now you
timeless
might have
as
noticed I put a
war.
ward, and I kind of derped. What I tried to do was put a ward in the bush, so if Rise jumped in, I'd be able to see him.
Break and fall.
Unfortunately, my boy Shen here got my ass,
Let fear
and he's
become fury.
walking back like a boss. Now, the main goal is to push the first 3 turrets as quickly as possible, especially the
Surpass
turret
the
in the
frailty
1v2
of your
scenario,
form.
because since it'll be a 1v2
True
scenario for a
warriors
long
are
time,
born in blood.
if you try roaming at all before you even take down the tower, you are very likely to just get obliterated. And what do I mean by that? Well, your turret can just die like it's nothing. Like for example, if
Hesitation
I didn't
is
destroy that
death.
turret right now, probably this whole minion wave would be bouncing. And if they were
I
bouncing
know
by the
what
time they
lurks
got
in the
there,
hearts of men.
then I wouldn't have been able to stick around here to stop the minions before they did too much damage. I mean, they did do some damage,
Peace
but
is the greatest lie
it wasn't
of
enough
all.
damage to be permanent.
Cut the courage
It's also
from
important
them.
to be calm when you're stutter stepping, because your attack speed isn't that great.
Every kill
I mean, you do get some
brings
attack speed
victory closer.
from your passive, the Bloodwell thing, but I still didn't build
Fight
any attack
or be
speed items.
forgotten.
And speaking of which, I need to go back as soon as possible because I have 3,468 gold. Very important to use your gold in situations like this. Now, should I go for the Bilgewater Cutlass or the recurve bow? I decided
am
for
as
the recurve bow
timeless as
because
war.
I already have my slow. 2 slows don't stack. Simple as that. Now, will I probably get this
Sow the
Malphite?
seeds
Nah,
of strife.
so I won't invest too much because Malphite bot does that ridiculous thing. But what I can do
War
is, because he
reveals
did
what
that,
is within us.
I can push this, and, well, instead of getting the tower, I can get an objective. Why is this important? Well, dragons,
Teach them to fear
well, the
us.
elemental dragons in particular, only spawn until 35 minutes. Once 35 minutes pass, all you get are elder dragons. So you want to get these dragons as quickly as possible.
Surpass the frailty of your form.
Now, you might have noticed, oh no, but this was sacrificed. Well, the
Pain
thing is,
temporary.
no matter how hard you try,
Victory is
it's consistent.
forever.
You are gonna get your ass
Behold,
blown up. all the
True
turrets.
warriors are
You can't really
born
count
in blood.
on all of your first 3 turrets to just remain there. Even if you use your teleport, your first 3 turrets are bound to get destroyed.
Violence
If it gets to your
elegance.
second turrets getting destroyed, though, then it becomes concerning. You really want to make sure that your second turrets are alive. Now, they did make it so that
Let
the first
fear
turrets are stronger,
become fury.
so these turrets aren't falling as easily as they would, which is good, especially for
They will greet you as heroes.
these gauntlets. But despite that, it is still
I know
2v5,
what lurks in the hearts of men.
and that is always going to be rough.
No!
Okay,
Hesitation is death.
now that I got more attack speed, I can do more intervals of walking.
Surpass
We'll
the
do
frailty of your form.
smaller intervals, less time between walking. And at a certain point in time of attack speed,
I
like
am as timeless
if
as war.
if you're not if you're very panicky, you come to a point where
They
once you
will
have enough
greet
attack
you
speed, you
as
really shouldn't be
heroes.
not attack movement, stutter stepping. And the reason is, well, if you're panicky and you just
Peace is the greatest
walk
lie
around
of
the
all.
place and don't attack the right targets, well, if you just auto attacked and didn't do anything,
Now
you would probably
we
get
turn
even
the
more auto attacks in.
tide.
Okay, this is getting risky. So what I'm gonna do
True
is
warriors
I'm going
are
to
born.
scram. I mean, I could sit there and fight it out, but I realized that Shen's ult wasn't up, and if his ult isn't up, he can't do anything for me. And he's also fighting in a 1v2. I can't have that happening.
Let
So, I
fear
think I lost him.
become fury.
I'm going to do this wolf camp, and I am going to do the red
Pain is
buff.
temporary.
I think Shen can handle himself.
Victory is forever.
They're not gonna dive him.
Violence is
Then I just need to
elegance.
jump them.
Witness truth. Break and
Now, even though Tibbers is fucking insane, just due to my sheer lifesteal, I can just wreck the shit out of them. Now, I didn't plan on teleporting top to stop them,
reveals what is within
but
us.
that's 1v3 and the tower was pretty low, so I couldn't stop it anyways. What I will do is I will kill one minion, go into a bush, and recall. Why? Well, this ensures that our wave has a very light momentum boost, but that
Let
essentially
fear become
freezes the
fury.
lane enough for a monster wave to build up. And that is very important because when you get a monster wave, things get
I am as
hectic.
timeless as war.
Now, since these guys are dumbasses, I'm going to abuse the fact that they decided to do this.
Pain is temporary.
Now, I'll wait
Victory
for my
is
ult
forever.
before I do a dive. Okay, I have my ult up, so now I can do a dive.
Violence
It'll
is elegance.
need to be on Rise. And then I'll need to
Peace
force
is
the
the
ult
greatest
out
lie
of
of all.
Malphite. maybe he didn't even have his ult.
Surpass the frailty of your form.
Well, anyways, it was good for me. Since Shen is already going bot, I think I will be pushing this turret. But Cho'Gath is there.
True
Well,
warriors
that'll be a little
are
tough
born
then.
in blood.
I'll get a red buff before I do this. To ensure nothing fishy occurs,
They will
I'll
greet
put a
you
ward
as heroes.
right here. And then I will strike them down. 1v2. Nice. Very nice. This is the power of Aatrox. Now since Malphite just charged into my face, I decided, hey, why not just duel him? I mean, the issue with
Hesitation
Malphite,
is death.
well, in general, tanks versus DPS, is that DPS have one very gigantic advantage, and that is lifesteal. And Aatrox in particular has immense lifesteal. On top of the fact that I'm using Warlord's Bloodlust, I decided to use that because it's useful for champions who fight in duress, and Aatrox does it all the time. Also, Tryndamere and Olaf. Now this is getting pretty bad, so I will charge towards Shen. I'll probably need to stop them, because another thing that's bad, do not just let your allies die. When that happens, things get harder. You want to preserve their life if you can. Now, I was thinking of going into this fight, then I realized it's a 1v3, and Annie has her stun. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So, I'm going to recall, and instead, go for the bottom turret. Again, big objective is to get the first 3 turrets, because once you do, you can get into their jungle and secure all the buffs. Why don't use the buffs themselves? It's the fact that you can push further into their territory. Now you might have noticed, oh, why didn't you just go forward and get this? Well, it's something called multitasking. If I push that even more, a monster wave wouldn't be building up there.
Let fear
But
become fury.
now a monster wave is building up there, and I got a dragon. So that's a double whammy. Now, I see there's a problem in mid lane and top lane. So I decide, well, to minimize damage, I will teleport to this mid lane. Now, why didn't I teleport top lane? Well, simply because I wouldn't be able to do anything. If you can't do anything, what's the point of being there? I mean, if you're there for secret, then bam, you can do something, but bots are always aware of you, where you are. And they pulled off something really stupid.
Witness truth.
So I'm gonna punish them for it. Now, I've probably got into a really bad situation, but because of Aatrox's gigantic late game scaling, I managed to pull through. And again, you have to be calm when you play champions like Aatrox, because I mean, you have Warlord's Bloodlust. You get like 20% lifesteal if you're low on health. Why not just fight it out?
Let
Especially
fear
with how much
become fury.
lifesteal helps Aatrox.
I am as timeless as war.
Now, let's see how this bot lane is doing. It is creating a monster wave against us. So what I will do is I will keep an eye on it, and once it destroys this wave, I will recall. Or by the time I can't do anything. Because Malphite was there. He was smelling fishy business, but I wasn't gonna do anything. So, let's see. I am going to get Spirit Visage.
True warriors
Because
are born in blood.
they have a lot of magic damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 champions with magic damage. Should I get them all?
Peace
Maybe.
is the greatest lie of all.
But I decided to get Spirit Visage first because 1, I have a lot of healing already, and it multiplies healing rather than adds healing. Because Ma does give healing when you're low.
They will greet you as heroes.
I was thinking of going back, but then I realized, did I push this enough? No, I didn't. Bam. I am gonna have to kill 1 minion here. Now it's 3, 2. I can recall safely. Now, should I get an Elixir of Wrath? Well, not really. Why? Because I'm already doing good. If I'm already doing good, then why would I try to make it better? Trying to make something good better isn't gonna change much. The main point of an elixir is to change your situation.
There will be no retreat.
Luckily, they're forgiving. That is very relentless. Very relentless. I did get a little there, which is why I did die. But, fortunately, since they're forgiving, Aatrox is a forgiving champion. I still made something out of it. So, is it a good idea to chase this guy?
Violence is elegance.
Well, it's a bad idea if you chase them out of the lane. But it's a good idea if you're chasing inside the lane. Why is that? Well, when you chase the champion in the lane, you block the enemy minion's progress. And that means you are screwing around with the positioning of the enemy minions, which allows your minions to push harder. That is very important. Now, since these guys are diddly-dallying along, I am gonna slap their face. I waited for the Fiddlesticks ultimate and Drain because I wanted to interrupt it, but then Malphite came in and stopped. Very coordinated these bots are. Now, Malphite is a very
in the hearts of men.
interesting champion. Interesting? Actually, no, he's not. What's interesting about it is that because he reduces your attack speed, you have to revert back to your old attack moving. Not attack moving. Why do I keep saying attack moving? Stutter stepping methods. Because since you have lower attack speed, you can you can use longer intervals of moving. Because if you tried stutter stepping at your old method, you would just simply be standing there waiting as if you were doing nothing. Just like if you didn't stutter step at all. So, it's very important to keep an eye out on your attack speed. Or at least the ability, its duration, the debuff. Oh,
They
that
will
crow.
greet you as heroes.
Actually, I noticed this turret is low. Can I dive? No. Why not? Because I don't have flash. So instead, bam. This bot lane could take serious damage. I will take care of this instead.
Hesitation is death.
Now, admittedly, I couldn't get that many elemental dragons, but three is better than 1. Gauntlets get pretty fucking hectic.
Surpass the frailty of your form.
Is this pushing? No. I'll push a little more and then I'll do it. Because if you do the dragon and it's not pushing for you,
closer.
then you have to do more work. You don't want to do more work.
War reveals what is within us.
Oh, wow. I think the burn stopped me.
Violence
Is there a burn?
elegance.
Actually, does dragon even burn? I have no idea. Maybe nothing stopped me, and I'm going paranoid. I'll check in the
Peace
replay later.
is the greatest lie of all.
Okay. Ooh, nope. See, Shen is already here, so I decide.
Or be
Whoop.
forgotten.
Actually, no, he's not. Oh, he is. Another reason why I like gauntlets is because they emulate the unpredictability of people.
In blood.
Because, I mean, you'd expect people to be more dependable than bots. No, they aren't. They're just as bad. They really are.
I am as
So,
timeless as war.
the good thing is, though, you don't have anyone to blame but yourself. Because you know, yeah, the bots are bad. So, it's no one's fault but yours if you just decide to dive in and fuck up. Waited for the Fiddlesticks ultimate to stop it. Not the ultimate, but the drain. Now, could I have stopped the ultimate? Yeah, that was too far though.
Fury.
I didn't want to really use flash for just something as simple as that.
Now we turn the tide.
Bam. And we are good to go.
Cut the courage from them.
Now it's very important not to stutter step like this because his escape route is going to be behind him. In real games, however, it is important. Why? Because these bots will always go backwards to try and run away. Because that's
War
where their base is.
reveals what is
But
within us.
in normals, against players, they will find random roots in the jungle.
So the
You have to take that
seeds
into
of
consideration.
strife.
But
Peace
fortunately,
is
these
the
gauntlets
greatest lie of all.
are easier. I mean, that's the point of doing it. Practice, right?
Surpass the frailty of your
Now,
form.
I was thinking, can I fight him? And I was like, not really.
Witness truth. I know what lurks in the hearts of men.
So now, I went over that, used my ultimate for...
They will greet you
Actually, not
as
for any
heroes.
reason really, I was pretty spooked. I was thinking I had to duel him. Boop. But now I can. Why? Because they're split up.
Hesitation is death.
But yeah, Aatrox is very forgiving,
Break
so
and
it didn't really matter
fall.
if I fucked up with my ult or not. What does matter though is your item choice though. Let's see how much armor they have. A lot. That said, I probably need to switch a Mauve
True
Malmortius out
warriors
for a
are
Black Cleaver.
born in blood.
I want to get the most damage output out.
Violence is elegance. I am as timeless
Things are getting
as
rough.
war.
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Behold,
gonna have to live. Was waiting for the Shen ult actually. I knew it was coming. So, I decided to go back as far as
surpass the
possible, possibly
frailty
into my
of your
turret,
form.
and then duke it out. And it worked. Shen's doing a good job
Let
chasing,
fear
stopping
become
the
fury.
minion wave. The enemy minion wave, that is. And I will be going bot lane to stop this crazy monster wave from forming. Now, should I go mid lane? Not really,
Violence
because they can't
is
stop him.
elegance.
But I will have to recall fairly soon. Why?
Every kill
Well,
brings
it's
victory
because they
closer.
are in the base. Fortunately, Shen is a tank, and I chose him
I
because
know
he
what
distracts people
lurks
a lot.
in the hearts of
Enough for
men.
me to come over there and stop these minions from doing too much damage. He even went as far as to push them out. One of the best bots out there, no doubt. Ooh.
War reveals what is within us.
Okay, time for Mandingo dives.
There will be no retreat. Witness truth.
Ooh, so good.
Rage against the dying of light. Now we turn the tide. True warriors are
That
born in
is the
blood.
immense late game scaling of Aatrox. With this lead and the fact
Sow
that
the
I have
seeds of
a Moonwave,
strife.
I'll take this opportunity I have to do Elder Dragon. Then I'll need to force a turret down. Why? Well, because if I can gain a lot of strength,
Fight or be forgotten.
I can possibly push this even farther and destroy everyone. Now,
Peace is
when
the
people are
greatest
recalling,
lie
there
of
is a
all.
certain span of time that you can take advantage of people that are out of place. Like this Fiddlesticks,
Courage
for
from
example. Very bad spot. And as a duelist slash bruiser, well, I would consider him a duelist that can jump
pain
into
is
a team fight.
temporary. Victory is forever.
It is still better to duel someone in a 1v1, since you know you can definitely overwhelm them,
Hesitation is
DPS
death.
wise.
Behold,
No
they
hesitation,
will greet you
dive
as
right there,
heroes.
just cause Aatrox is that strong. Did Malphite use his ults?
True warriors are born in
Probably.
blood.
Now, I'll take this opportunity to do Baron.
Hesitation
Now
is
this physically
death.
helps me get stronger pushing. Does it help me
Peace
push
is
towers
the
though?
greatest
I don't
lie
know.
of all.
But there is red buff for that.
Teach them to fear us.
And get it out in time.
They will greet you as heroes.
Bam. And I know red buff
Pain
definitely
is
helps
temporary.
to prevent any
Victory
sneaky
is
business under a ward
forever.
down. And I will I have no clue how many people are in the
I
lane.
know what
So
lurks in the
I will
hearts of
go top
men.
lane. Stop the Annie. Charge her face to make sure
Or
she's
reveals
stuck
what is
there
within us.
while I push this tower down. And the glorious inhibitor. Now,
Violence is
proxy farming
elegance.
is a very safe way to push. But when minions can just pour in and decimate, it is not a good idea.
I am as timeless as war.
Because minions are strong enough to handle turrets on their own,
Let fear
especially in this
become fury.
45-minute mark. So, you want to make sure you
Surpass the
claim
frailty of your form.
the greatest advantage you can get, rather than trying to proxy farm and stop pushes. I tried that once. It never
They will
works.
greet you as heroes. Peace is the greatest lie of all.
Now what I'm doing is, since these guys are distracted in top lane, I'll be decimating him in the bot lane. I didn't know Cho'Gath was
I
coming,
am as
but I
timeless
pretty
as
much
war.
should have seen it coming. Now, I will destroy the minions. Why? Because the minions are strong,
Break
and if
and
they should kill
fall.
anything, they should be attacking the turret. Because killing minions will not net me gold
Surpass the
if my ally
frailty of
goes
your
gold.
form.
So might as well kill it myself. Now, can't get a lead anymore. Boop.
Honor
So
will
instead, I
not
empower these
save
minions
them.
and again slap the enemy minions and push onwards. Do they want to duel me under their turret?
Violence
I'd like to see
is
them try it with this
elegance.
berry buff.
Witness truth.
And now, even though this is a 1v3, simply due to meme Aatrox being a glorious bastard, I can duel them. Don't focus the tank. Who cares when you have so much lifesteal? Really.
Break and fall.
If you can do something, then just do it. Do what you can do. Because if you get so busy trying to focus the
There will
squishy
be
guys,
no retreat.
and you're not attacking anyone, especially when you're playing someone like Aatrox, then you're probably going to do even less. Now, I will take this
Let
opportunity
fear
to
become
scram.
fury.
Very forgiving champion, as you saw. Held my flash and Q. Actually, not my Q. But it just happened to come up in that time span. Just for that emergency moment. Now that I have a strong lead, I
Pain
can
is temporary.
probably take the game
Victory
down.
is forever.
I will teleport onto here and start dueling like mad.
Behold,
Heavy risks. Why? Because the more they're distracted from what they should be doing, killing the minions, the less they will do. Succeeding in the game. And Shen's doing a good job at that. Bots are very bad at pushing. So, if you can drag them out of pushing, you can easily win the game. As you can see, there are 5 super minions just in one lane, barreling down, destroyed one turret, just because these two dumbasses decided, hey, let's get Shen! We could get an ace! Oh, wait. Or we
I
could
know
lose the game.
what lurks in the
Now,
hearts of men.
you might think, yeah, these bots are just stupid. You know, this ain't gonna happen in real games. It does all the time. It does all the time.
Hesitation is death.
So, this is even still an accurate representation. That's why gauntlets are so powerful. What the fuck is that? Woo! And I win through tactical decision.